spent a little over 10.5 years in prison, believing that that was the only direction for me.
I was at my end. It was either keep going the way I was going and die, or try and save my own life.
When I was sober, I did not feel right in my own skin.
We realized that if we didn't address mental illness and chemical addiction, we really weren't going to give them hope. And so over the years, we've developed a holistic program that helps men get well.
And they sit there and they tell you, this is your recovery. Where do you see yourself and what would you like to do with your life? That's what it's about.
At some point, you have to put yourself first. I mean, I love my family, but I can't help them if I'm not in the right frame of mind.
They understand the nature of the problem, and as a result, they're able to tailor-make a solution that seriously increases the chances of success for anybody that comes through the door.
And when I walked in, it was just a welcoming feeling.
I was welcomed, not ostracized or looked down upon. That's what really surprised me.
When you first come in, it's steps that you're going to take. Most of the time, it's a grind.
And you go through most of your life thinking that there's something inherently wrong with you, that you're defective, that you're flawed, and you've got a mountain of evidence to support it. And then one day, the game changes, and I'm doing stuff now that I wasn't able to do before.
We know that spiritual life is incredibly important. We know that mental health services are incredibly important. We know that physical help is important. And then beyond that, if a person doesn't have their GED, and many of them need to go on to college, there are life enrichment areas here. We have art and music and sports.
You can be a textbook perfect guy in treatment, but once you step out the door, it's an entirely different deal. And if you don't have the support behind you to begin making that transition, your chances just really aren't that good. This place does an amazing job with that.
There's also a dark side to this. There's also failure. There is sickness. There is death. We do cry here, we do, but we can't stay there. We have to move on.
We will not grasp recovery until you decide, I'm going to change.
There's many guys that's in here right now. This is their 5th and 6th time trying to get this.
You know someone is supporting you and wants to help you find and discover who you are to change your life.
So once we strip the addiction from them, then the real person gets to shine.
I'm discovering that I'm not the person that I thought I was all those years, that I'm capable of infinitely more.
The mission gives every man in here an opportunity to show the world their full potential.
I can say from experience myself, the Helping Up mission is one place where an individual's rock bottom becomes a solid foundation on which he rebuilds his life. You can come in here with nothing and walk out of here with everything.